Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you're listening to this from. This is Jill Windelspeck with Talent Specialist Consulting, and I help CEOs and their teams really move from success to significance, focusing around leadership, style, helping them understand how to get the most out of themselves and their teams. And so I've been digging into this book, The CEO Next Door. And they did research of over 2,600 successful leaders and found four key things that set these CEOs apart. The four things are decision speed, drive for results, delivering consistently, and adapting boldly. I've talked about decision speed and drive for results earlier. Today I'm going to talk about what they found about delivering consistently. And we think about reliability. Some people think reliability sounds boring, but what they found is when leaders are reliable and you know what to expect from that leader day in and day out, you have more trust with them, you have more comfort for them. Think about this, the CEO at the top has to have employees who understand what they're going to be asking them, what they're going to be talking about, so they can be prepared. So being reliable is a real powerful skill, and it doesn't come easily. What I've seen, and I'm sure some of you have seen as well, and some of you might be guilty of this, is that some leaders love the rush of firefighting. They see an issue, an opportunity, they want to jump in and take care of it. Then they see the next fire, and they jump in and they take care of that. Well, that's great occasionally if you have fires that you can jump in and take care of that. But if that's what you're doing and focusing on most of the time, you're causing a real unstable organization. And as a CEO or a senior leader inside an organization, people need and want that stability. You want consistent results. Shareholders love this, right? They want to expect, they want to know what to expect in the organization, what kind of leader, what kind of projections they expect the organization to have. The board loves a reliable leader that delivers consistently as well. And it's one of the only things that they found really increases a candidate's odds of getting hired by over 15 times more likely to be a high performer and get promoted. If you are reliable, you can be consistently relied on to get the work done. So what does that mean? What are some things they did share some interesting facts about that. They said, you know, we've read a lot about employee productivity and employee engagement. One of the things that Harvard Business Review found is that nothing makes employees feel more satisfied or fulfilled when they're enthusiastic about the work and the progress they're making. So if you as a leader are setting good vision, setting good goals, they know what to work towards and they're accomplishing that, that's a great way to really drive engagement. That comes by really being effective and being relied upon. Another thing besides setting clear goals and being clear about your mission is setting 5 key top priorities. If everything's important, nothing's important, right? Focus on those 5 things that the organization really needs to focus on and do so that your employees can align their work to that as well. Be clear about what success will look like 3 years out. Again, setting the vision, setting the expectation, that's going to help employees really understand where they should be going and where you're going in the future. That builds trust, that builds engagement. The other key thing that they recommended is identify how success will be measured. So what are the targets that you expect to hit? How will you be measuring yourself? How will you be measuring your team? And how that team of yours will be measuring the next level down. When all of those things are clear, what's expected of me, the vision, the roadmap for not only the top 5 priorities, but the roadmap in the next 3 years, then I'm going to be much more engaged around what's going on in the organization. So here's some things that they recommend that you ask yourself. How consistent was I this week in my interactions with customers, colleagues, senior management, and my team? Do they know what to expect of me? What happens when I'm thrown off my game, and what situations throw me off my game? Really understanding that so you can be more consistent and prepare. And then, does everyone on my team understand what's expected of them? Do they own their own results? If you ask yourself these 3 key things, and if you can answer yes to those, you're definitely on the road towards being reliable. You might even ask your team, Do you understand what I expect of you? And see what they say. If they are confirmed in that and they know what to expect, then you're doing the right things and they're going to be able to get the results done that you want. If not, make sure you set the time to be clear around what your expectations are. Think about what you do consistently. What do you do every day? What are those habits that you have ingrained? If you don't have the right habits ingrained, now is a good time to stop. Look at the habits that you want to put in place that you can be relied upon so you can deliver the consistent results. Because what I know is that it starts from the top. So when CEOs take the time to grow, develop themselves, set the expectation, and model the behavior they want, that behavior will be mimicked through the organization. So set the right example. Reliability, it seems boring, but it's a critical skill for a CEO. So I hope this was helpful for you. Think about your patterns. Think about what you do every day. Make sure those are the right habits. They are going to determine whether or not you'll be successful in the future. This is Jill Windlesbeck, Talent Specialist Consulting. Have a great day.